Okay, that just give me a couple hours on that. Okay, cool, guys. So let's get rolling, and then we can get started, and we can conclude this briefly today. There's a lot of stuff to cover, which I'll just disseminate over the next couple of days. Martin, you saw the video from Sunday?
Yeah, you guys
Cool,
were
no?
on fire.
That was cool.
Lot of great stuff.
Yeah, that's a pretty jam-packed video that we're clipping. So I think I'm going to save my big updates for tomorrow or in the next several days. However, I will be making 1 or 2 updates today, which are going to be pretty consequential. And give me a second.
Welcome to fourth.
And Martin, can we stay on the call after this is done so that we can set up LaForest's office? I know we've been
That'll be
waiting.
good.
Yeah,
That'll
we
be
need to do that. We can just stay on the network chain level. Okay, great. So let me share my screen and go from there.
While you're refreshing, I'm just going to ask a general question. This may have been set out before, but every time a new office is opened, I assume everyone gets an email.
Yeah. Furthermore, I've built an email manager. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
So right now, if you guys can see my screen, just let me know if it's visible. Yeah. If you click profile and scroll down, there is an email notifications manager for all users. So if somebody wants to turn off, it's default on, like what Lance just said, right? Every time there's a new office that joins Garage, it's default on that they get an email. But you can turn it off if you want. And there's a bunch of emails like that you can turn off. Actually, some of these emails don't go out right now, but for example, downline registration comes on, commissions earned doesn't go out, but there's probably another like 15 or 20 email notifications that I have to add. And then if somebody wants to turn them off because they're repetitive, they can click profile and they can turn off or on whatever they want to see.
That's cool.
What about if we had 10 companies join this week? Instead of sending 10 emails, can we send out 2 emails like Tuesday and Friday, and each would have however many during that week, so 5 to 5?
Yeah, I mean, I think the example you're using is just not the best example, because that could be true for something else. Like, I'll give you another, like, look at something else, right? Like a new offer in an office, right? That's more accurate for something that's not consequential. For example, if you're a part of the BAT 246 office, right?
Can't you just put all the new companies that join?
It's not about
Probably for a newsletter. A newsletter could go out.
Of course, I can.
But not for
want that.
Not for people
You don't
signing
want
up.
10 emails for 10 companies because you're going to have 500 companies join the week.
No, you're 100% right. But like, this is okay. Again, I'm not disagreeing with your point about repetitive emails, right? So I agree with that fundamentally. But I have a qualm with the exact one that you picked, which is new offices. And so if you said new products and offices, I would agree with you. If you said new commission opportunities in offices, I would agree with you. If you anything, I would have agreed with you that we can concatenate the offers and put them once a week into a newsletter, exactly like Martin just said. However, the birth of a new office is a unique event where not only do we want to send out an email like we currently do, there's an argument to say that we should be doing more than that. So like one of the things that we're working on is how do we transform this 8 p.m. webinar into a real live stream show every day called the Garage Show. I'm working on converting it to something that can be, right? And so between now and June 20th, you have just rapid tech updates, which can consume the most of the time on this show. Well, this show might be converted to me highlighting the founders, because like if this show starts to become big, let's say there's like hundreds of affiliates that join the show every night, I might want to bring all the founders that signed up yesterday, whether it's 1 or 4, and introduce them. Hey, this guy's from Barcelona. He's selling shoes. This guy is from London. We might actually want to make a bigger spectacle of new company onboardings.
But you solve the problem by giving the person the option to opt
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
So we don't need to discuss it. It's theirs. You know what I mean?
Somebody does find at the point where 2 companies a day, right, which would be 14 a week. if somebody gets too annoyed of those emails, they could just unsubscribe in the profile section, right? They could go to the profile section.
We
I don't
solve
want
the
to-
problem.
Yeah, correct. So that's great. So, but that email manager is there. That email manager is a precursor to something even bigger, which is, and this will be announced this week or next week. This is one of the big updates, which is every founder will have a internal newsletter management system for their office. So that's the equivalent of Substack. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the platform called Substack. They allow people to manage and send out newsletters. It's just an evolved version of MailChimp. So the same way that I've programmed, every time there's a new office, all the members in Garage should get an email automatically. That's a programmatic email. Each founder, so when Alan opens up BAT246, he'll be able to go into his back office and he'll be able to create automated emails for the members of his office, or somebody else will be able to do that. And then again, of course, now I have to then give the user the ability to turn off those emails, right? Like right now, all the emails people are receiving are essentially from corporate, are essentially from Garage. But what will end up happening is that will actually be a very small percentage of the emails people receive from Garage. The majority of emails people will receive from Garage will be from each of the businesses that they're a part of.
It's really, the idea is that we're sending a business card, a very specific business card, the name of the company, the products that they sell, whatever they're offering, and their tagline, and then a button where if they hit the button, they're going to the launch of that company.
Yeah, they're going to set their own.
I'm going to go to this launch and they can see everything. So as long as I can see the name of the products they're offering and whatever the tagline, that's fine. And then I can see 10, 15, I get every week, once a week, I get all of them. I can go look, see the latest greatest that's come in, and then pick and choose what I want to look at and go see the big launch party. And then on top of that, you could say, okay, every night we're launching different companies, or we're launching this newest, latest greatest at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Something like that is what it will turn out to be. But with the rest of the stuff, right now, there are no, like, if you think there's a bunch of emails that currently don't go out, there's not, if somebody is not your direct and they join in your downline, people want an email that doesn't currently go out. Every time somebody in your business becomes a founder, somebody in your downline becomes a founder, that doesn't currently go out. Every time, that's why I made that notifications manager. So the ones that you don't like, it's our job to be superfluous, and then it's your job as the user to turn them off based on which ones you don't like. And so, yeah, but it's what I'm also saying is all of the automated emails that I currently get to invoke, I being corporate, that entire infrastructure will be extended to each founder, and they'll be able to create automated emails for every single person. So like, I'll give an example, Alan, for BAT246, you can say every time a board splits, an automated email should go out to all the people, right? There's an example. Anybody for any purpose, right?
All the members of that board.
Yeah, or yeah, exactly. All the members of the
Or
board.
their outline. The guy who's the guy running the class.
Formula for the automation, right? And so that's the next frontier in what we're talking about, is allowing each founder to configure their automating. Of course, that just increases the number of emails, which then needs to increase the number of permissions that the end user has to turn off those emails. You get my point? And so it's not just a corporate Garage to user problem. Personally today, it will end up being a founder level product that is then also further turned off or turned on by the end user. So it's in our best interest to notify everybody as much as possible about that one thing, which is there's a new company. Like that is the most important. Everything else can be kind of turned off. Okay, cool. So with that being said, let me share my screen again and go into this P2P payments, which is very cool. So if you now go to your vault, which some of you for a bug reason are not able to access, but when you are able to access in a couple of hours, what are the things that you can do so far? You were able to buy your additional licenses. You have your own invoice management system. You can pay in multiple currencies. Now, in addition to that, you are able to send money between users. This has been a feature that a lot of people have requested. So let's say there's two wallets. There's two wallets in every office. I just want to be clear. A lot of people don't know this, and that's fine. there is an affiliate wallet for every user. That affiliate wallet is the same between stores or between offices. So you can see my affiliate balance is $109.15, right? If I switch offices, let's say I go to Gravity Train, which is just another random office that I'm in, and I go to Vol, and it's my affiliate wallet, it will still say $109.15. What that means is when you switch between offices, your affiliate wallet is the same. The affiliate wallet, just like your one network, does not change irrespective of the office that you are in or that you join. It's one of those things that remain consistent regardless of which business you're in. However, every business, every office employee also comes with a store or an office wallet. And that's generated uniquely for each business. So for each business you're in, you get a new, we call it store wallet. I'll change that so it says office wallet. The wallet that's between the owner of the office, the members of the office. You can see here my balance for the garage office wallet is $1,283. If I go to Gravity Chain, another office, and I click Vault, and I click Store Wallet, it's going to be a different balance. It's going to be, I haven't registered for Gravity Chain. So their store wallet is unique to the office you're in. Why that's important is because that office wallet is we give to founders to be able to transfer money to the members of their office in the form of credits, in the form of discounts, cashbacks, refunds. So every business that's created comes with a unique office wallet that is then extended to every member of that office. So if you are a part of 5 offices, you have one unique store or office wallet per office. And in that, you can actually receive and send money between the founder and the people in that office, and also between people in that office. So as an end user, if I wanted to come here and I wanted to send money to Alan, I can do so. I can type in Red Baron, and it will pick up that Alan is a member of this office, and I can send him $5, and I can say, this is a birthday or whatever. I can click continue, and it's basically a peer-to-peer transfer between myself and Alan. So he's sent to Alan. Now, if he logs in to his account, he will see that he's received $5 in his garage store wallet. Now, why this is a monumental feature, as business owners will now be able to extend credit, refunds, offers, etc., directly to their users. That's one feature. Secondly, people that are within a business, like 2 non-founders inside of a business, can send money to each other. And then finally, what this also allows is if you've earned money in your affiliate wallet and you wanted to transfer that to your friend, you can convert the money. You can, of course, withdraw it to crypto, withdraw it to bank account, that's all fine. But if you don't want to withdraw it, and you can also spend money directly from your affiliate wallet, I've shown that in the other videos, but you can also now transfer that to your store wallet and send it from Alan to Sharpan, just the way that I showed you between store wallets. And that will allow you to now convert money that you've created in commissions to other people, and they can use that to pay for their $25 package or for any package that they want to buy in the future. So this is something a lot of people have been asking for, which is the ability to send money to someone else so that they can pay. Does that make sense? But it's not just, I want to pay for my friend, which is like, Alan, what you've asked for. This is now resting inside of the fact that every business gets their own, apart from the affiliate wallet, which already deals with commissions for the business owner. Now every business owner can extend money to their users for any purpose. Giveaways, discounts, refunds is a big one, massive, absolutely massive one. So instead of refunding cash, you can refund store credit. And that also then allows the ability for people in your business to send money to each other, like PayPal or Venmo or something like. And then beyond that, it allows you to convert money that you earned in your affiliate wallet to your store wallet and send it to your friend so that they can use it to pay for stuff that they wanted. So it hits all of those boxes. And of course, when you go to check out, when you go to buy something, it doesn't have to just be our products. It doesn't have to be the $25 or the 36, whatever. It doesn't have to be our price. It could be any product in the future. So let's say I've earned $650 in commissions. I could, and let's say I earned $650 commissions in a random business like business 123. I can convert that to my store wallet, send it to Lance, and Lance can use that money to pay for BAT 246 as an example. Like, so all money becomes spendable between any user inside of the system. Tomorrow, if somebody is selling shoes, which they will be, you can use the commissions money. I don't even have to use it. Of course, I can use it, like myself as the person who earned that money, but I can send that to someone else who didn't earn it to use it. And again, like since last Monday, I've been revealing feature after feature after feature, which is associated with Garage Pay. What you are witnessing, hopefully, and of course, some of you haven't watched all of that, and that's fine. We're going to release all those videos and PR articles. But what you are watching is the creation of a Stripe competitor, is the creation of as I've mentioned before, we are really a payment gateway business. That is our goal, is to go compete with the Stripe or Venmo and or a Razor Pay and be multi-currency, multi-payment method, and of course, the biggest thing, crypto and native as well. Yeah, that's something that is now ready.
That's awesome. In my case, I wanted to send Will $100.
Yeah, that's the example.
I just send him $100 to
Whatever you've earned, like there's multiple ways to do, like, I don't want to narrow it to that, but I'll cover that case. You as an affiliate, you've earned $100, right? For example, you can now send that to him and he can pay with that. That's point one. But even bigger than that, you as a founder one day, you might have earned $1 million in Garage. You can now send whatever you want to Will, and Will can pay with that. You get my point? Yeah.
But what I'm saying before, I sent him $100. I was allowed to because Will had to actually pay, and he had his own.
That's correct.
This
That's
is like
correct.
sending him $100. Now Will can go and pay himself.
That's correct.
Yeah, cool.
So, and one more thing you can probably start to see what this is leading to is not just payments. That's why I don't want to just make it, or just an affiliate sending money to another affiliate. That's obvious. That's a given. It's founders sending money to everybody in their office. Founders sending money to customers is great because that, like I said, covers a use case, refunds, credits, discounts, coupons, X, Y, Z. But then there's this whole group of other characters on Garage, which is going to be another big use case for Garage Pay, which is founders sending money to their employees. Like I have all my employees already on Garage, right? So instead of now me having to pay them outside of the system, the money that I'm earning directly inside of Garage as a founder for selling products A, B, C, and D, I can just directly send to them. Those like payroll features and mass like bulk transfers and multi-currency, because right now still things are denominated in the affiliate side on USD, multi-currency transfers will all be stuff that's rolled out between now and then. Make sense? So that is today's big update, which is like peer-to-peer transfers. But I wanted to also conclude today, because we started late, I don't want to keep people on for too long. I wanted to conclude today with the fact that people have started to buy out the great affiliate offer. Okay. And so I'm going to now create a singular group chat on WhatsApp, which is only for the people that have purchased the great affiliate offer, because they've also taken off their territories and there's going to be contracts sent out for the people that get territories. It's a pretty serious formality. So I will be creating that chat today, and that will become, every affiliate basically has their own group chat with us, but this core central group chat will become the leadership chat. That chat will be used to disseminate the most key information. If you're included in there, that means you are a great affiliate. That means you've paid. And inside of that chat will be where we start to disseminate information, which then we expect you to disseminate to your territory or to your team at large. So if somebody is not paid yet, they must pay today to be included in that chat. Once I put people in that chat, they're going to know which territories are available still. So don't let the one that you want go not acquired, because
Right.
penciled for another day or so, right?
Once
Yeah, once it's in there, once everybody is in there, the penciling is going to start wearing itself out, right? Because people are going to just buy. Now, the only limitation to that will be the fact that some people cannot, for some reason, access their vault today, but I will get that rectified in about 3 hours or 4 hours. And so that people will be able to see their vault and make the payment.
Hey, we have an idea. It's a pretty good one, actually. I thought about it. Whenever it doesn't work, you're going to walk away from the door. So Will came up with this idea, and it's a pretty good idea because about a third of the world or more is a third world country. Like it could be India, and I'm not saying the population of India, but a low population of India, and definitely the Philippines, a very good percentage of the Philippines, 80%. So in this case scenario, these people, especially in the Philippines, I don't know about India, but in the Philippines, everybody in the Philippines, no matter how broke they are, and I mean dead freaking broke. I mean, they live on $1 a day, literally, for poor people. So really dead broke. But they have a friend, relative, or somebody that they know lives in a first world country. Lives in Canada, lives in Great Britain. Okay? So they have ability to get somebody. Because it's a business that goes, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter where you come from, right? There's something for everybody. So what about a way that the broke ass people could get in and start referring to people who have some money, right? And get into bigger businesses. So what if somebody really, really is around all these third world country people, these Filipinos, okay? It's not a long time, they're dead broke, they make $10 a week. And that's a full week. I mean, they make no money, right? So what if I'm around them all the time and I want to befriend them and I want to do the business, but they don't have it. You couldn't afford it. It's like depending on it's like a year's income or something stupid. Whatever it is, a month. So what if there was a package that I'm as a distributor, as a Westerner person that could go and say, listen, buy me X number of memberships, like say, for example, 10. I buy 10 memberships, and because I'm buying 10, it's still going to cost me $250, or maybe it costs me less, not $250, maybe it costs me half that, it would cost me a discount, right? But I get the memberships, and instead of paying out 100% or full 96% commission, we pay out maybe half the commission. The money is reduced in half. So there's a discount for the guy buying them all. Now he gets them, and the commission's already paid on the purchase. So when he gives out the coin or the credit, then there's no commission at that point.
I mean, I've already built the ability to buy on behalf of someone else and assign it to them, right? Because I had to.
No, I got a bunch of.
Why would you want them to? If they're in such a you're talking about a very unique type of circumstance, right? Like you're talking about
about everybody in the Philippines. There's
that's not true. That's not.
Okay, why?
No, but it's not just one attribute. It's not that they don't have money, but you also think there's some exceptional networker, right? Like two of those things have to be true.
They're going to get somebody that's in another world. They're going to get them somebody's in.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say. It's not that you're just going to go. The archetype that would benefit from this is somebody that A, doesn't have money, but B, is capable of referring people. My point is, why wouldn't you just buy it for them if that's really the more?
Okay, but I don't have to buy. I would have to buy them for 25.
You would have to buy it for 25.
But what if I buy 20 right now up front and I give the weight to everybody? And
no, that's fine. I also think that's a cool idea. I think that if you buy more than 10 or whatever, you should get a discount. I'm not disagreeing with that.
Instead of discounting the money so that you lose that, instead of paying out 100% commission like normal, we pay out half. Like each one of these prepaids is only $12 a payout instead of $24.
No, I don't understand. Sorry. Like you're buying,
if I buy one for $25, you get $1, $24 gets paid out commission.
Yeah.
If I buy 20 of them, and I'm only paying out $12 in commission, and there's a reduced price for me, I save a bit, and then pay out only half as much. You still walk away with your dollar.
Right. That's completely fine. But what I'm saying, of course, if you reduce the price, you have to reduce the commission. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, you're buying them, you're paying for them, whether it's $25 or $12.50, you're paying for all of them. You, the person that initiated this, right? And then I've already built the feature that allows you to assign licenses that you bought in surplus. So if you go here, any license you buy in surplus ends up in this thing called reserve. You see reserve. So anything you buy in surplus will come here. It'll say you have 3 reserve, like Lance will have 3 reserve licenses because he purchased the great affiliate, right? Now,
okay, but I'm saying guy buys 20, so you got 18 in reserve or 19 in reserve. But he buys 20 not for $500.
Yeah, that's just a discount that we can work out. But what I'm saying is,
when you do the discount, you don't lose anything. You just pay out a smaller price. It doesn't count as getting.
what I'm saying is that's obvious. If we then do a discount saying that if you buy for every, let's put it like this, for every additional license you buy at one time, you get $1 off. By the time you buy 10, you're at $10 off per license or whatever, right? Something like that. That doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, of course, the commissions are going to be reduced. There's no way that we're selling them for $15 and paying $24 commission. So of course,
that's right.
Right.
Yes, they
And now you can what I'm trying to say is, whether they're $25 or $15, the mechanism to assign them to someone else is already there. That's actually the more difficult mechanism. Condensing the price is much simpler than what I had to build, which is, Lance at gmail.com bought 2 licenses, and now he's going to assign one to Alan at gmail.com, and he gets activated. That's already there because of the way the great affiliate offer is structured.
But you see the advantage from Will's point of view. He goes through part one is will live in nowhere land. To nowhere in the Philippines.
I would actually probably
Now
do
he gets
students or somebody that doesn't have a dress, but yeah.
And then they can recruit and get $9. They get excited. Holy frick! I just made $9.
Or maybe they'll make $1,600, right?
Well, that's no.
Yeah, maybe they'll make $1,600 and change their whole village, hopefully. But my point is, interesting enough, what about another more profound question that I've already had to deal with, which is, when you buy 4 licenses because you want to be a great affiliate, or tomorrow you'll buy 25 because you want to be handing them out.
Yeah.
The person you assign them to, their upline doesn't get the commission. Your upline gets the commission. So like Lance had asked this question actually on Sunday's call, which is, I'm going and buying 4. Sharpen at Gmail is going and buying 4 because he needs to qualify for the great affiliate offer. He's paying $100. I'm paying $100. The person who signed me up is getting 9 times 4.
Right.
You need to somebody 10 levels under me, but none of those people get the commission because they're not paying for it.
So in this case, if Will bought 20 of them for this,
his upline is going to get all that commission.
Let's get that set up right away.
That's the cooler part of what you're talking about. I think about what that means for the great affiliate offer, because all 1,500 people are going to buy $100. That's not $9 worth of commission. That's 9 by 4.
Right.
One by 4. So in this exactly what you just said, we had to build that as well. We had to build the fact that the commissions don't get triggered when you assign it. The commissions get triggered when you buy it.
Exactly. Yes. And that way you can buy a bulk.
You can buy bulk. Yeah, correct. Yes.
I can go around to every friend that I know in the Philippines that's broke and give them one. And then
I mean, that's just natural for them to want to do that. What I mean? It's just natural.
Well, they're the only people that have the money, so they'll
You would be shocked, man. I think like the quote unquote developing world has a lot of purchasing power, right?
Well, there's a lot of people
and it's just in their best interest, right? It's just in their best interest to go find their friends in other countries.
If you're living broke and all that, you have to act that way, because if not, everybody's all over you for money.
Well, yeah, that's true. So I'm happy that we were able to cover this. So one more thing that I wanted to say today is, once I add everybody, whoever is a great affiliate, into the great affiliate chat, in that chat, we will be disseminating the PR articles. What are the PR articles? Is like, I need to send them to you today. You'll get an idea of them. Every time I announce a feature since last Tuesday, that's been converted into a news article that's going out. So for example, when I talked about Calendly, that's already been converted into Starpan launches the Calendly killer network change calendar. Right. And that's been sent to some magazines and stuff like that. So today it will be Sharpan launches or Garage launches the PayPal killer or whatever, right? Like something, whatever was relevant to today's conversation. Right. And so that there's going to be 2 to 4 meaningful news releases that come out every day that are the perfect things for people to share. Right. So somebody is a business owner that's dealing with invoices, you can send them the content about the invoices. If somebody is a business owner or an affiliate that wants to promote e-commerce, you can send them that. If somebody is interested in networks, so each of these are being edited into their own YouTube videos, clipped, not the whole 1-hour ones, but clipped for the relevant feature and converted into its own news story. So we will be having hundreds, if not thousands of these before June 20th. So that will be shared with you guys in that group chat that's being created. I have a really big announcement coming with a company. I'm so tempted to announce this right now, but I'm not. No, but I will tell you what it will accomplish. I'm not going to announce it, but I'm going to tell you what it will accomplish. So we started on $15 for a wire transfer. Me and Alan first sat down to see like how we can do the payouts. The best we can do was it's going to be fiat and it's going to be $13 every time you transfer it. As of last week, since we onboarded crypto, it's now come down to $2. You can put in your crypto address and people got paid last week. Okay, but the end goal here has never been neither of these. The end goal here is that we wanted to pay you in a way, in crypto, of course, because it's cheaper, but pay you in a way where you can spend that money. And so I've been scouring the globe, not literally, but digitally, trying to find who is going to potentially be our card issuing partner. Who is going to be the person that essentially either work partners with us or in the best case scenario, issues a garage card, which MasterCard, yeah. And so I have found that company. I've used it. I've transferred money from garage. It works. It's pretty crazy magical, right? It's not just for the garage payments. It's for any crypto. It's like a crypto to card company where you can load up crypto and pay. And we're currently finalizing talks. They're ready to work with us. They want the affiliates to sell their product. They're ready to pay like half the transaction commission. So let's say I referred Lance. Lance uses that, not even for garage. He just uses it to convert his crypto into spendable Visa. And whatever the Visa transaction fees are, they're ready to kick back to the affiliates. They're already ready to do that. But right now we're trying to negotiate with them further. And it works for Americans. It works for people in India. The KYC is super straightforward. But now we're trying to negotiate with them to issue a garage card. So if that works, and it already works, because I tested it and I've worked with them and I've tested, I've converted my commissions and moved crypto there, and it's magical. But if that works, then you will be seeing the last mile of all this garage stuff. What's the last mile is I want to take out the money, whether I'm a business owner or an affiliate, I want to take out the money. What if you can just not take out the money and just start spending it? If you want to take it out, take it out. That's whatever. You send it to your crypto wallet. This functions as a crypto wallet. It's not ours, it's somebody else's. It functions as a fiat to crypto, a crypto to fiat off ramp. And most importantly, and this is the coolest part, you don't even have to convert your crypto. So let's say you deposit BTC there. You don't even have to convert it to USD. They'll let you spend the BTC on Visa and just convert at the point of transaction.
Yes, that's how my card works.
So cool.
It's very cool.
It's like AI level magical, but on the crypto side, right?
I've had it for a couple years. It works like amazing.
It's unbelievable.
I don't put money in the bank. It's always in my crypto.
Always up to convert. You could, and so So if that is
whatever I'm trying to pay.
Yeah, I will also think it's for affiliates. It's one thing, right? Think about how powerful this is for the founders, because founders could be making, like, in all fairness, like, I don't want to use it. I don't want to blow smoke up your head just because you're here, but like, if the founder of Bat246 is making millions of dollars, to remit that to a bank account and be exposed to all of the problems that get associated with that is chaos, right? It's absolute chaos. It'd be so much easier if you can just keep that in crypto and only use it when you need to, right?
Exactly.
In fiat, of course. And so I never thought that I would find such a company. There are companies that do this. I'm aware of them. I tried myself to build one of these. Like, I'm aware of these, but they are so cooperative and it works like a charm. And they really like garage. They really believe in affiliates. And so that is coming. That will be the coup de grace. That will be the
That is a huge announcement.
That'll be the crown on garage, because basically we're like Stripe. We're allowing businesses to collect payments, fiat, crypto. We're allowing people to move money inside their offices. We're allowing people to automate payouts, invoices, taxes, compliance. All of that is the garage pay infrastructure. And then the final thing could be, well, now that everybody has been paid in garage, if you want to use that money, you can use it directly in crypto without actually remitting it to your account. And
I'm getting example is, let's say I get $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
I spend $1,000 over the month.
Yeah.
So a good example is your $1,000 goes into your favorite crypto, and as the month goes on, you spend $100 here and $100 there. By the time you get to the end of the month, you spend the last $100. But in the meantime, that $900 before that is going up in the value of that crypto.
Of course. I mean,
this money never leaves the pay it. Only when you're pulling it out.
Yeah. If this works for Garage Pay, this can then transform Garage from already what it is, which is quite inclusive, like any company can come on Garage, to any of all of the crypto companies. I mean, like the launch of Garage Crypto, which is obviously well before June 20th, is going to be just so massive. I've warned you guys about there's going to be another, like an explosion, right? Where it allows people to launch their own tokens. It's like the office infrastructure for crypto companies. This is going to be massive. So I don't want to do too much blue balls. I know this people.
I got two things for you. One is a question that you answer that I will tell everybody, and they will vote on it. And two is something I want to show you. So the first one is I want you to tell everybody, I know what it is, but I want you to tell everybody in basic terms, what does VoIP mean?
Oh, VoIP stands for Voice over Internet Protocol. Yeah. It's not a new technology, or it's been around for a minute, right? It's basically the ability to conduct calls over the internet as opposed to over fiber optic cables or copper cables, which are like the conventional way of doing calls. Skype basically popularized VoIP in the 90s, but since then it's been evolved into this massive industry. And essentially why it's seeing a resurgence in 2026 because of the fact that you may see 2026 might be the first year where more phone calls are made by non-humans than by humans. I don't know exactly if that's true, but it's either 26 or 27. I mean, it's just one of these two years.
From your perspective, if you had created VoIP and you own it yourself, what advantages would a distributor get because they could get VoIP from you?
You wouldn't ever create VoIP. That would be like saying you're creating a blockchain. What you're doing is you're creating your application that uses VoIP, just to be clear, right? Yeah. So what
were distributors buying you?
Well, the reality is I am creating VoIP, and that's why this conversation. That's
what I'm saying. Now tell us why it's an advantage.
What would happen is that a business owner will be able to come and buy a phone number directly from Garage. It will be another one of those 21 features. And when he buys it, at least the reason I'm creating a VoIP platform is so that he can assign his AI agents or AI employees inside of Garage to do outbound calls, like we did an experiment with Lance on Sunday, also to handle inbound calls. So you essentially become the merchant of the calling infrastructure for every small, medium, large business. And again, if you're a business of any size, you probably already are subscribed to some call center management system like Just Call or you Open Phone or
you're not. But
Zoom is very normal. Zoom is not VoIP. I mean, Zoom is something called web. Yeah, it's very different. Zoom, you can't call somebody. You don't call somebody, right? Zoom, they have to opt in to join. Like I sent you guys all this link. I wasn't able to like penetrate your phone and interrupt whatever you were doing. And it wasn't a phone call, right? You had to click the link and you're opting into a mutual two-sided network connection. That's what Zoom or even Network Chains is or Google Meet or whatever. Microsoft Teams are all the same thing in that sense. But VoIP essentially is an internet interface that allows you to call somebody on their phone, right? Just as if they were receiving a regular landline.
So if I got my back office, I now can call anybody in the world.
You charge for, the crazy thing is you charge per month. The traditional VoIP providers charge per month, per number, per person.
Just like Zoom.
Yeah, but a business could buy multiple extensions, multiple numbers. Like there's more than Zoom in some sense.
More you can go with it, right?
Yeah, there's more ways. But I'll just say one more thing. But the AI agents, they don't get billed per month. They get billed per minute on the call.
Right.
And that might seem like unreasonable, but that's just actually fundamentally cheaper than paying a human to call. It's so much cheaper because you only, as the business owner, you only get billed when the other guy answers the phone. Whereas when you're paying a human to call or to answer, you have to pay that human regardless of who's answering the phone.
So the advantage for a garage owner would be his office would have this absolutely.
It's like colossal, like life-changing, correct?
That was fun.
I mean, Alan is setting it up like it's a hypothetical, but this is a feature that's coming in Garage. It's already being under works, and it will allow an affiliate to go to a business owner and say, hey, how do you handle your inbound customer service requests? Oh, you're paying a person to do this much. Oh, how do you handle your outbound calls? Oh, you're paying a person to do how much? Well, there's a million ways to skin that cat.
Now, I just wanted to see it from the perspective of the founder or an affiliate and goes, look, if you have VoIP in your back office, what an advantage that would be just better than Zoom.
I mean, it's just, And Zoom is also there. We have also Zoom, right? We also I was
just another great
like this. Listen, you're selling a Forex trader. He's not going to use VoIP. He's going to use our Zoom competitor. But if you're selling a restaurant, he's not going to use our Zoom competitor. He's never going to use it. It just doesn't fall into his purview. You're selling a dentist. He's just never going to use the Zoom competitor. Because that's not how he interfaces with customers. He's going to use the VoIP competitor. And so it essentially opens up a completely new demographic as well. Correct.
Okay, my last one is I got a video I want to show everybody.
I mean, it'll make less and less sense every day that you do this without updating this video, but sure, let's go ahead.
No, it's a non-updated video, but I will explain before I open it up. It's my favorite video, and the reason is because it really explains the worst case scenario so that the lame-o who gets woken up and knows that he won't go dead, whatever. It's called the board never stops moving, but really what that means is your team or the business never stops growing.
After this call is done, Martin has a really interesting question. Martin should stay on and ask this question that addresses this point that Alan is trying to say right now. I'd love to hear.
Well, that's fine. We'll do that.
I'd love to hear your answer to that question. But yeah,
I'm not a baseball team, and the way you strike, you all kinds of hits and everything else, but your batting average is like 0.00, so freaking terrible. You can't get anywhere. And so you're concerned that your team's not going to go anywhere. And so this answers that question to show you that no matter what, even if you got no sales, you're going to go through the program and experience everything about it. I want to show you that.
Let me explain it before you show the Yeah. The promise that we're making that's so compelling is that you make a $650 sale. And I'm sorry if anybody wasn't on yesterday's call where I explained what that would be, but it's basically an over-the-top annualized subscription for the business owner on something he's already going to pay. But every time you make a $650 sale, you're guaranteed $1,600 in commission. So that sounds impossible. Yesterday, we showed the math on why that seems possible, but don't worry, you don't need to understand any of this right now. Leading to May 20th, you'll understand it completely. But of course, part of that math requires other people to do their job, right? So you made your sale, other people have to do their job, which is make their sale in order for your $650 sale to pay $1,600 in commission. And so what he's going to show you today is why they're going to do their job, the infrastructure or the system in place that will allow you to make the singular sale and still be rest assured that you're going to get your $1,600.
Actually, it's even better than that. It's going to show you how if you don't make your sale and no one in your team makes a sale, you're still going to move.
Well, yeah, the idea is that it doesn't have to be somebody on your team. The idea is that anybody forward. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to show you this video. I think it's 5 minutes and 9 seconds. Okay, now sharing screen. And sound is on. Okay, can you see it?
Right. Well, yeah, now I can see your Outlook. Remember to mute yourself once you start playing it, or else we'll hear it twice.
So you might think it's a herd bull sailor to say.
We can't hear what we're playing. Can everyone else hear?
I can hear.
There you go. Okay.
And no sound.
Yo, Alan, we can't hear what you're playing. You didn't click share with audio volume.
Does he have the rights to reproduce those movie stars?
That's hilarious. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. And this is like 10 years old. Yo, Alan, we can't hear it, man. I don't know if you can hear us. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. We can't hear it. We cannot hear what you're playing. Yo, can you hear us?
No, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Now?
Yeah, nobody can hear what you're playing.
What?
Yeah, and that's why it might be important for you to unshare and share again with audio sharing.
I did do that.
You didn't. Do it again.
Well, no, I'm going to say the system doesn't work.
That's impossible. I highly doubt that that's the issue. Considering you shared yesterday, the same exact thing.
Ah, well, I hit the entire screen. The sound went off. Sorry.
You're a genius.
Now it's not letting me go there. Why? Why is it not letting me go there? Oh. I hit share. I go entire screen. I pick the screen I want. Ah, here we go.
So you might think it's a pretty bold statement to say that your board never stops moving. Well, HRI is designed to ensure that every board keeps moving, that there can never be a dead board. But what happens if, despite everything, the sales team runs out of steam and no sales are being created? To demonstrate the fact that your board will always keep moving, here's an example. Let's say you're having trouble making sales. You couldn't sell anything even if it was free, and that this is actually your 17th network marketing program and you didn't make any money in the previous 16. You've once again gone to your friends and they just say,
Are you kidding me?
"Are you kidding me? Come on, show me the money, then we'll talk." Time is running out and you're thinking, I have to make money this time. I can't be a loser again in front of all my friends. So you decide, I'll just buy another product. For that, you'll earn a baseball card and get a second free position. Now, the next day you hear about a bus accident where the bus falls into a huge sinkhole and everybody is dead. Turns out that your entire sales team was on that bus. So there's no one left. Everybody is dead except you. And chances are you're thinking you're not able to make enough sales. You ask yourself, geez, what am I going to do? Nobody's left on my team. So you decide to call the office.
Thanks for calling Home Run International. This is Kat. How can I help you?
Listen, my friend introduced me to this business. He told me I can make $1,500 on a $600 sale. I didn't really believe any of it, but my friend is very close and I really trust him. So I joined the business. I've gotten a sale, but then there was this bus accident. That was my entire team. The bus, they're all dead. Now I'm the only one left on my board. So I'm asking you right now, how am I going to get to home plate and collect $1,500 for my sale? I can't make all the sales on my own, so I don't see how my board will keep moving.
I'm sorry to hear about what happened with your team, sir, but please don't worry. We're going to place one of our Allstars on your board.
An Allstar, you say?
Yes, one of our Allstars. That's an experienced distributor who has been paid on at least 3 sales. We're going to place an Allstar on your board. This is someone who knows what they're doing. It's important to note that we will continue to send you Allstars as necessary until your board splits. So any effort on your part will speed up the process while making you more money. Does this sound fair to you?
Absolutely. So I keep sharing HRI and know I get paid on everything. Wow, that's great. Thank you.
Now, when a distributor becomes an all-star, at that exact moment, the computer calculates the oldest 10% of all the sales teams. The date of each sales team is calculated by the last time the board splits. So let's say there are 80 sales teams. Then there would be only 8 oldest sales teams. HRI then sends an email to those 8 informing them that they are now one of the oldest sales teams and they will be provided an all-star who will receive a free at-bat position on the sales team. Let's assume you're the oldest of the 8 sales teams. So an all-star is added to your sales team. Whenever we send an all-star to a sales team, whoever created the last sale on that team now receives a free baseball card and gets 1/3 of the card value. Since you're the one who made the last sale on that team, you're going to get that free baseball card. That card is worth $1,500 and you're going to get 1/3 of that, $500 for free. Now, the minute the all-star lands on the team, another email will be sent out to your team saying, whoever makes the next 2 sales will receive a $500 bonus each. Because the all-star knows what he's doing, remember, he's already made at least 3 sales and earned $1,500 each, he'd be happy to make an extra $500, totaling $2,000 per sale, wouldn't he? Yes, he would. He'll obviously work this team before he works any other teams, right? So he will try to quickly make a couple of more sales. Of course, you could also make one of those sales and get the $2,000 yourself. The second person who becomes an all-star will go to the second oldest board. The third person who becomes an all-star will go to the third oldest board, and so on. Now let's just say that boards 4, 5, and 6 actually split before we get there. That means the computer will just skip them and go to the 7th oldest board and then the 8th. Now, once there is a 6th all-star, the computer will recalculate the oldest 10% of the sales teams. This time, let's say there are 120 sales teams, meaning 12 are the oldest 10%. If your team still has a split, you're going to still be the oldest sales team, so the computer will send the 6th all-star to you. Now, you already know whoever has the last sale prior to the all-star being placed on the board gets the free baseball card. So you're thinking, I already have the last sale on the board, so therefore I will be collecting the free $500. However, what you didn't know is the bus actually popped out the other side of the bank and floated down the river. One person was able to survive and spent a month in the hospital. He finally got out, and on checking his email, he saw an email notification from HRI that there will be an all-star coming soon to his sales team. On confirming the all-star has not been placed on the board yet, he quickly creates the sale just in time, and thus he will receive the extra $500 instead of you. One sale comes right in before the all-star, plus the all-star. Then there's an email saying whoever gets either of the next 2 sales will get a bonus of $500 each. That means there are likely 4 new distributors on your sales team. Your team will soon split, and when it does, it's a whole new team. It's a whole new ballgame. So here's how it works. To be an all-star, you have to have been paid in full on 3 sales, and then at 6, then 9, and then every 5 sales thereafter, 14, 19, 24, and so on. So as you can see, there will be an ongoing supply of all-stars to help those in need. The fact is, all boards will continue to move, period. So the bottom line is, if you create a sale for $600, then you're going to get paid $1,500. If you don't create a sale for $600, you will not get paid $1,500. It's that simple.
Work health. I ain't gonna lie, that's actually a pretty creative video.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite because
like, as far as your creativity goes, that's actually pretty good.
I'm actually impressed with that video.
it makes life hard.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
My question is, based on my experience, most boards program get stuck with the average members who may not be able to find people to bring in, especially being such a high ticket item. How do you solve that problem of someone coming in and not able to find people to recruit?
Well, that's true for just about any business. I wouldn't call 650 a high ticket item, but it's a welfare check for sure. So it's not cheap. It's a week's worth of money for most people, I would say average. So it's not super cheap. And for Indian and Philippines, it's very expensive. But it's not that so much. If you're just an average guy out there and you're making, I don't know, $2,000 a month, the average guy makes $2,000 a month where he makes 1,800, 2,500, and all of a sudden you make 30 grand or 40 grand. You're going to tell everybody you know, right? Right?
Now, you didn't answer the question. The question is, how are we going to help people fill the board? What's in place to help them fill the board?
Oh, there's just a ton of things. Wait a minute. For you,
You're talking about the end game, the money that they can make. This is network marketing, Alan. We know it. You and I can do it every day.
Yeah.
But the average
Helen
person,
can do it too. Alan, this is also your issue.
No.
Helen,
I know Lance. I know.
you make someone else's sale. You make one sale extra. Somebody has to fail. Everybody gets a guaranteed 120 hours of 5 days to make the sales. You can't take it from them. So they have that ability to make $3,200 for 2 sales, $1,600 each. So if the 120 hours disappears right down to the second, if it's 3 a.m, 5 days later, 3 a.m, then you can steal that sale. Now, what do you get paid? Well, you're going to get paid $1,500 or $1,600. You're going to get paid 246%. So that's kind of worth it. But you can let that all the time, really.
Wait. I'm Martin. I think I have an answer. Honestly, I'm only learning about it now as well because I'm programming it into Garage, right? So I'm going to give you my answer because I think my answer might be more aligned with what you're looking for. Okay. So I believe the detriment of board games in the conventional, when this has been attempted before, is that it gets stuck. The board will eventually get stuck, right? Because some, like 50% of the people on the board do their job, the other 50% don't, right? Something in the vicinity of like an additional 15 incentive metrics, which cycle out the people that don't do their job and put in people that do. One of those metrics is what he showed today on the video, which was how do you recruit, how do we move all stars onto the board when the regular people are not performing so that the board can keep moving. And he, from my understanding, and because I'm only learning about it now, from my understanding, what's the brilliance of BAP 245, especially inside of the Garage context, is the fact that it's not just the board game. And because if it board game, it would get stuck. But what's really remarkable is that there's these incentives to swap people in and out of boards to continue to keep the board moving. And although I cannot enumerate every single one of those incentives, that will be made clear before May 20th. Now, I'm Alan, is that a reasonable answer to the question?
It's like that. It's much bigger than that. But the point of the matter is the idea of a board stopping and nobody making sales, where you can't make another sale, the guy sits there like a bump on a log, that's very common. Okay, so I found the answer to that so that the guy who has the ability out of the 4 people that make a deal Monday to go get their 2 sales each, and one guy fails, we're going to make him honor his ability. If he doesn't, we're kicking that sale. But you're not just taking a sale where you're going to make $1,600 for the $650 sale. You're taking a sale where you get an extra one because you have an extra sale where you get a $50,000 bonus. He's going to go out of your way if you have to put them in a freaking closet to lock him up and get the sale done with him. Okay, that's how much we're going to pay you for it, right? And then if you got 3 extra sales, we'll pay you $150 grand. And if you get 5 extra sales, we'll pay you $300,000. Now the problem is you can't make 5 extra sales. Not that you can't. Of course you can. Who is going to let you have them? The guy gets 120 hours guaranteed. So 119 hours counts as 2 and you can't take anything. How do you get the sales? You can't. You can't get 7. The best salesperson in the world can have all 7 lined up. You not get them. Maybe you get 1 extra. Maybe.
Well, it's not that you can't get 7. You can get 7, but they won't be put on the board.
Yeah, they won't go on the board because nobody gave you their sales. Everybody wants to lock into their...
I think in simple terms, what he's explaining is that the incentive to keep the board moving by the people that are capable of making the sales is exponential. Like almost all of the resources beyond the $1,600 is allocated to kick in when the board stops. Does that make sense?
No.
So I think, the again, like zoom out all the way out. I don't believe that anything like this has been attempted with a product that actually sells itself. I mean, I think that's really the key here. I mean, the mechanics of the math and the calculus behind how this gets programmed, the incentive structure, how the board keeps moving and how you cycle people in and cycle, that's all fine. That's all interesting in and of itself. But we're talking about a product that the guy that's buying it has already agreed to buy, which is the garage office.
Yeah, you don't have to sell the products you're given.
It's not like you're not going and making a high ticket sale for the sake of making it. You're going and making a higher ticket sale to somebody that's already seen the value. Nobody's going to buy an annual garage subscription if they're not willing to buy a monthly garage subscription, right? So the first tune into this is, hey, do you see enough value in garage as a business owner to buy it on a month-to-month basis, whether it's $48 or $96? Now the question is, can you convert that as the affiliate? Can you convert that from a month-to-month into an annualized sale? And if you can, great, you get entered on the board. And if you cannot, great, you paid residual on that person forever anyway. So what I like about it, or of course what I'm excited about, go ahead.
Product that the person is getting
Yeah.
is just like paying for the membership he was going to pay anyway. So that was the question. What's the incentive that there is?
Yeah. You
to continue.
Saturday, you're like, hey, are we going to have an annual plan? Which Zoom allows an annual plan for $140, right? It's cheaper. So the key, listen, the programming that we're doing for the game inside the garage office is exceptional. But in my opinion, the programming is secondary. The game is secondary to the product. The product that they're selling is, so it's a distributor's office is $48 per month. We're giving them 13 months, probably 14 months, which is 2 months free if they pay upfront. Remember, if they pay $48 a month, the affiliate is still happy. The affiliate is still thrilled, right? Yeah. He can now go to him and say, hey, you make this annual. Anyway, you're already going to pay. Make it annualized. We'll give you 2 extra months for free. And also, we're going to throw in the white label. The white label is an extra $480 per year that you don't have to pay if you take that. Okay. Martin, I'm not going to release this without giving the like a grand one, right? So you get the white label for free, which if you were to pay month to month, let's say you sell this to a crypto company, Forex company, whatever, right? And they're like, listen, I'll pay month to month. I want the white label. We'll say, great. That's extra $480 per year just to have it on your own domain, on your own website. And that's great. But if you pay upfront for a year, we'll throw in the white label for free. Plus we'll throw in probably the first $100 or $200. If it's a founder's office, it'll be $96, but it'll be like 7 months. It's supposed because it just over $1,000 worth of.
At the end of the day, he's putting together a package that's worth over $1,000
easy
for buying the 7 months.
Yeah, with the value added to it, then that's different.
So
that's a different world.
Just
Not a baseball game anymore.
Now you're on the baseball game. Once you got that package, you're now on the baseball game.
And then one more thing, and this is what I love about it more than anything, and I'm sounding like a broken record because I'm saying it over and over again. You don't even start the sale until the person you're selling to finds value in it. It's not like you go to him and say, hey, this is a $650 product. It's amazing. It's worth $1,000. No, you go to the business owner, you say, try Garage out for free for 30 days. Right now it's 60 days. Soon it'll be 30 days. So you go to him and you say, try it out for 30 days. Because after the 500 businesses are on board, I'll reduce it from 60 to 30. So you say, try it out for 30 days. You come back in 30 days, you say, did you like it? Remember our goal when the customer success department for Garage is, we're going to make sure that every business on the founder side, maybe not on the distributor side, but on the founder side makes money within 7 days. Because if the business owner doesn't make money, he's not going to want to stay. But in any capacity, he makes money. He already thinks this is a good product. If after the 30-day free trial, you go to the business owner and you say, hey, how did you like it? He says, I hated it. Well, you're not going to upsell him to the $650 product the month to month. But if he wants to, right? Now you have the opportunity to say, hey, do you want to consider this over-the-top offer that we, just like Zoom and Salesforce and all of them have a cheaper annualized offer? You still don't do it. you still take the month to month. I'm still thrilled. I'm still thrilled with the affiliate. You get my point? And
Yeah.
I will say this, there's a bunch of mechanisms, because now the question would be, well, if you're going to make 1,600 on this 650 sell, why wouldn't you as the affiliate, if you just had the money, why wouldn't
That's
you say to the business, or no worries, I'll pay for your annual. You can just start, like it'll be a system will be built in there where you continue to pay monthly as the business owner, and I would have just paid annualized on your behalf to get in the game, right? Once the product you're selling has fundamental value to the person that is buying it, now to reverse engineer this game is so easy.
Well, yeah.
And what you were asking for, but there's, I mean, that's what I would say. That's what I'm most excited about.
Now he has value because you added to it, but most boards has no, you just come in, there's no product. There's nothing that exchanges hands.
Yeah, correct. You're right. Yeah.
One other thing that I put in there is if you're a conservative and you bring 3 people and get paid on the 3, okay, at that point you get you become a pro, and as a pro we give you a free entry. So this is a $650 entry, but because we're giving it to you, we as the company are supplying. We're going to put you on the oldest worst board that exists. Now, what's your advantage for that? The worst board. Why is that an advantage? Because for you to get 7 sales, yeah, you could do that. But can you get 7 sales on one board? No, because everybody's getting there too. It's really hard. Maybe you get 1 extra. But if you have a board that everybody's dead and you got a chance to drop in sales, go, you can get the 7. What does 7 sales pay you? $650 sales. 7. That's it. $300,000. Now, how bad do you want to move there? Quickly. That means you're going to pack your bag, leave your wife, leave your best friend for 1 week. I'm going to work over here. Forget me. Don't even call me. I'm gone for a week because I'm going to make $300,000. Then I'll come back and work the original board. So when you go out, you're going to be able to put those 7 sales in. It gives you a $300,000 bonus on top of $1,600 per sale.
One more thing I would add to that as a caveat.
All right.
Is the distribution of people that are coming into garage, right? So today we have 680 sell cookies, all fine. And what this does, Martin, I believe, is that this just completes the layer of people that want to do this full time. And 90% of people in garage will not be that person. And that's great because garage, like Amazon, is comprised of people who are mostly consumption oriented and kind of passively promoting it, which is absolutely amazing. But for the people that want to take it to that level where they want to make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month, this is, we've always had to convert. Fundamentally, garage is a price competitive product. We're trying to be the cheapest on the market, right? We're trying to be the most aggressive across all of trying to give $900 worth of software for $48 or $96. We had to convert that in some formation to be able to accommodate the people that do want to make a lot of money per month. And so I think that's what this really does. And it's by no means the main entree, but it can fill that gap for them. And so now again, just think about the combination of these things, right? You have the board game for people that are aggressive. You guys are all taking territories. Martin, you've taken Georgia, massive state. I don't know if Nate Jackson is on this call. Great call with him. He's taking California. So the biggest state in the world in terms of an economy has been taken off the map. He's going to have to onboard 5,800 founders in year 1 to keep his board or just pay out the $5,000. But I'm going to work with him to make sure he hits that goal. If out of that 5,800 founders, 10% of them choose to go annual, 20% of them choose to go annual, just think about the net volume of people that he's going to be putting on the board. You know what I mean, right? It's not something where he's going and saying, oh my God, I have to convince all these people to pay $650 or it's all the territory owners have to, if you're taking a big territory in the States or Canada or the Europe or even in India, you're going to have a multi-thousand goal business quota. And so to hit that, if you just even say 10% of them take the annualized offer, I mean, we're talking millions a month. Yeah. So
if you add value to it, then
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Great. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you for, Lance, please, of course.
I was a little quiet. I was thinking about this in the beginning when you were saying, okay, after the June 20th, we're not going to have these meetings anymore. What could we start posting in lieu of that? Quick idea, a business spotlight where maybe once a week, spotlight an awesome product for a business.
Absolutely.
And we could even make this an incentive if they pay a year in full, rather than later to get your business spotlight this week, or maybe give them a special commission for the first 30 sales of that special product.
Absolutely.
Thought as a seed to help continue people wanting to come on when they don't have these to watch.
So the garage show will transform after June 20th from being something where I'm providing technical updates and we're having this is more like a conversation, right? Which is absolutely great, which is what we need leading up to June 20th. Post June 20th, there will still be technical updates. They'll be more subtle than just kind of these like game-changing updates every day. But what it will convert itself into is still a daily show at 8 p.m. Eastern, but it will be talking about the last 24 hours in garage, not from a tech perspective, but from a business perspective. Which businesses have sold the most products? Which businesses are on fire? We'll interview the founders, or which affiliates are on fire. Which territories are on fire. Everyone will want to learn from the people that are succeeding, right? And so I actually think this will become, as we're trying to build a media business, alongside with what we're doing here, because I think the number of spotlights, the number of people on the affiliate and on the founder side that I will have to spotlight is so enormous, right? Like, if you think about 500 e-commerce companies that are going to be on board by June 20th, one of them could be a home run. I mean, I hope more of them are home runs, but let's just say one of them is an absolute home run. Let's say it's your son's friend who are selling the Stanford and Columbia sweaters, or whatever university sweaters. That company coming on Garage making $100,000 in the first quarter or something is so interesting that now we will have to announce that to the whole world, and that this will become more of a what happened in Garage in the last 24 hours. Of course, that will include tech, but it will more include the momentum that everybody's facing. And this is by far the biggest problem that any affiliate marketing company, or realistically any company, has, which is how do you disseminate the positive information to everyone involved? Because you might have had a good day, you might have had a great day yesterday, maybe not, but I'm just saying, like, if you did, nobody else in the company, whether they're your downline or your crossline or whatever, would know that. That's what I want to convert these into, is how do we then cross-pollinate that positivity so that people know that, and the garage is so lethal, because just like what Alan always says, and I always mention this, which is, you can be a part of a company, MLM network marketing company, affiliate marketing company. You can get worn out. What do they call it? You can get fatigued because you've tried selling it to everybody. You cannot get fatigued in Garage, because every day a new company comes on board with a new product, completely opens up the can of worms again. Yeah. And so we just need to highlight that. I agree with you. That is what this is going to turn into, right? Into a really big show. Yeah.
I want to go back to AZ's question. He was concerned about boards where people die, they're not doing anything, can't make any sales, whatever. The answer to that is, I'm taking all the people that are successful, they got at least 3 sales paid, and we're giving a free entry, and I'm taking them to the worst board in the entire company, the worst dead board is sitting there doing nothing. And now they got a shot to get the 7 sales because no one's doing anything, so they can get the extra, and that pays a massive $300,000. So that's exactly where they want to go. So all of a sudden, the worst board in the company becomes the best board.
I love that. I think it's two-pronged approach. We're not selling a high-ticket item for the sake of selling one. We're selling an over-delivered annualized product on something they've already agreed monthly to. And that's the first thing that Martin wanted to hear. And that's great. And I'm happy that we were able to articulate that. Secondly, Alan has built, to my chagrin, by the way, because I have to program all those edge cases he's talking about, to my detriment, he has created exception management after exception management. If this doesn't happen, how do you incentivize this person to do it? He has created the mathematical mechanics to keep the boards moving. But I want to reiterate that no affiliate will wake up and say, I'm going to go out today and sell something to be on the board. They're going to go out and onboard businesses because it's easy to do in Garage. And then if the business finds value, could be a distributor, in which case it could be huge numbers of distributors if you think about it. But if it's a founder or a distributor, go and you can say, if the business owner finds value now, let's ramp this up. Let's say, oh, you want to take annual? If not, great. If you do, we're on the board. People will be entered on the board without even trying, I believe. And so Yeah, I mean, that I think is a great way to end it. What else? I announced today peer-to-peer payments. Today, also, the great affiliates group will be created. Whoever penciled in a territory has to pay today so that I can get the big ones off the table. Most of the big ones are off the table. There are still probably, well, a lot of the big American states are off. Alan has taken all the big ones.
I'd like to ask if Les or Will have something to say about the board, because these people don't know.
If they don't know, and today was the first time they were hearing about it, they will be under.
No, Les and Will definitely know.
Okay, cool.
I just want to hear their opinion.
Well, tell me.
It worked. I don't know what to say.
Nice, man.
It works, and some of the negatives that were with it, Alan has solved those.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know what to say.
Great. Well, that's
Other
enough.
than yeah, it works. I've done it.
Amazing.
I made money.
Amazing.
Okay.
Les is the person who's already paid for his great affiliate and who's taking Alberta. Who's taking British Columbia?
I am.
Oh, wow. Well, that's
But I've got problems getting you guys them.
I've seen that. I'll call you after today and we'll get that sorted. So Les is taking Alberta. I lived in Alberta for so long. It's cold as hell, but it's a massive state, man. Massive. Anyway.
You know, tell me about that board. Maybe you could spit out something.
He's muted.
Yeah.
He may not run himself. Yes, now I can.
Yeah, it was kind of exciting to see that video again today. It's been a long time since I saw that one. And yeah, we went through a lot of those details and discussions as to how to get it functioning to that point. And it's exciting to be looking at it again and seeing that it's going to be functioning with sort of new guts behind it.
Is Nate on the call? Nate Jackson? No, right?
No, I don't think
We
so.
need to get him on, man. He needs to get on. He's in the biggest state in the union. But cool. Listen, guys, thank you so much. I apologize for starting late today, but tomorrow will be a regular back on the live stream. I'll create the group chat. I'll send out all the PR articles that were sent out over the last couple of days, and we will touch base tomorrow. Cool. Thank you so much. No. Wait. Come was like waiting until another teacher's class.